Now I can fucking see. Couldn't see before. Alright, okay. Okay now. Let's try to find a microphone or my earpods. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Alright, that's alright. So you'll probably recognise this from other videos anyway. So I'm not out of the woods, I just thought I'd come out for a quick walk. So, yeah. Oh. I've been messing around with a 3D printed bridge to try and sort of bridge the 14 and the thermal, and sort of got it okay, but it's not brilliant, but it does work. It's a bit heavy though. But sort of work in progress. And I bought like a 600 gram counterweight from eBay as well, so I might use that at some stage. Not sure yet. Let's look around the thermal anyway. Yeah. Yeah, not much around. So, yeah, it's not really dark tonight, but I just figured I'd wanted to go for a walk. So anyway, I got the other camera working, the old one, which has just got like the one button recording. Pretty much as soon as you power it up, it starts recording, so I'll have to edit the videos because, yeah, it's not going to be perfectly in line of when I started. Oh, it's a little mouse or something, just over there, I think. Yeah, it could be. It's hot, whatever it is. Yeah, I assume it's something hot. There's a few rats or hedgehogs over in the woods. I was hoping I might see a fox or something tonight, but we'll have to see. So I've changed the lights on this, well, not changed them, but I've limited them so that I can see the light in my left eye. So when it's recording, it flashes. So there shouldn't be any flashing light at the front of the camera, just on the side. So anyway, if you're listening to me, you'll probably notice on a few of my videos I've changed the writing from Omni 7 tube to mystery tube, and that is because there's something on the path. Don't know what that is. Hedgehog maybe. So yeah, I discovered basically that this tube is not an Omni 7 equivalent. It's probably an Omni 4. Yeah, there's something on the path. Actually, it could be just water. anyway, yeah, it could be, if you can hear me properly, because I'm talking through my balaclava, it could be an Omni 4 tube. Now the thing is, it is a little bit brighter and better clarity than my old Omni 5 tube, which is weird, but see, if you got an Omni 5 tube, so let's say, I can't remember what date it was now, it might have been 04 or 05, I'll have to look at my photos later, but anyway, so if you've got an Omni 5 tube and it's an earlier date than the Omni 4 tube, then the Omni 4 tube can probably surpass it. Oh, there's a big halo with this tube. That is part of the reason why I discovered it wasn't an Omni 7, because the halo is quite big on this tube. It's supposed to be something like 1.25 mil, I think, on thick film tubes, which this one is, a thick film. So yeah, basically, there was a guy on the Discord selling 2 tubes exactly like mine, and he was selling them for €1,000 each, because you know it's an EU Discord. So I basically sort of chimed in and I said, oh, by the way, those are more than likely Omni 7 tubes. And then somebody came back and said, no, Omni 7 are not dash 34, which is what my tube is. They're dash 35, I think. So I thought, oh, that's weird. So the more people were chiming in, the more they were saying, oh, these tubes are more likely to be Omni 4. And I thought, fucking great, I've been missold a tube. So I did a bit more research, and I did find out that it's a thick film tube, non-autogated. The whole reason for buying it was to get an autogated tube. Oh, it's noisy. Yeah, it was to get an autogated tube. How the fucking hell? How does this work? There we go. Right, that's fucking noisy, that is. So, yeah, the whole point of getting this tube was because I thought I was getting an autogated tube. Even if it's not exactly Omni 7, I thought I was getting an equivalent Omni 7. But anyway, so it's not Omni 7 equivalent. The weird thing is, a lot of people have said if it's dash 34 or 2 figures dash something, not just one figure, it should be autogated, but this tube is definitely not autogated. I think I've used it about 6 or 7 times since I bought it last, I think it was October I bought it, so it's been 4 months ago. And every time I've reviewed the footage after I've used IR lighting, like in the woods, the video's been washed out. You know, if you review my old videos with the XR5 tube, because Photonis is really fast autogating, so if we review the videos, you'll see how the IR flashlight reacts with the tube. You know, you get a usable image, it doesn't completely wash out the tube footage, whereas on this tube it does, and on the Omni 5 neither tubes have autogating. So, very disappointing. Okay. Right, so I mean, it's a problem with these Walker Razors, the headphones, or earphones, Defenders, whatever. They've got a microphone built in. They're supposed to be directional, but they're not. Oh, by the way, I need a fucking piss. I've been drinking loads of water, so normally this would be where I pause the video, but I'm not gonna fucking bother, to be honest. I'm going to stand here and talk whilst I'm taking a leak. But anyway, yeah, so it's not an only 7 tube. So I've had a chat with the seller, and they did offer me a couple of blend tubes, but I sort of turned them down. And then when I was reviewing the footage from the blend tube, it showed a blem that was quite black, but when the black mark travelled over a light in a window, the edges of the black mark were transparent. So I figured what I could do is black box the tube over, like, I don't know, 100, 200 hours, and it might reduce the blem enough. But when I got back in touch with the seller, he said unfortunately that tube was not available, which is a shame, because it was an L bit